Hi Year 7, welcome to your next home learning project. Okay, so what we're going to be doing for this home learning project is we're going to be exploring cultures. Now in lessons or even remote lessons you are learning about the Day of the Dead. This project is trying to get you to explore some different cultures outside of the things that we're learning in school. So your first task, and this will enable you to produce a piece of artwork around your culture, your chosen culture, is to create an artist research page on a culture or cultural artist of your choice. What we'd like you to do is complete this on a sheet of A3 paper. If you don't have A3 and you've only got A4, you could put two pieces together. What we'd like you to include on the page are pictures and drawings of the artworks from that culture. Information about the person or the style from that culture, keywords to describe the main features of the work or the style. Okay, so it's bright and colourful, what type of patterns they have, what the artworks are made of, those kinds of things. And then we'd like you to present the work in a really visually creative way. Okay, on the next slide there are some examples.
To help you put together your artist research page, you could use some of the suggestions on your CLP. So check your CLP folder and see what ideas and the links that it might have there to help you with ensuring that you get everything you need onto your artist research page.
Here are some examples of task 1. So these are some examples from different cultures. So we've got Indian culture, Aztecs, Native Americans, we've got Scottish culture and Japanese culture represented on here. So you can see that people have combined information and pictures, some drawn, some not, some printed. That's totally up to you. Okay, use what you have at home. Definitely add some colour though, okay? And we definitely would like this to be more than just a PowerPoint page. So we're not asking you to do this on PowerPoint. We'd like you to do this physically on paper, okay? The deadline for this piece of work, so this is your first piece of work and you need to give this to us first so that we can check that you're going in the right direction, is the 26th of February. Okay, so that's the same for everybody in Year 7. That's Friday the 26th of February, and you're going to need to upload that to your team's assignment that your teacher will have set for you, or email that to your teacher. Okay, so take a photograph and email the picture to your teacher. So before you really start thinking of making a research page, you need to think about what culture or cultural artist you would like to look at. So thinking about the idea of cultures, how many can you actually think of? So you could go down the route of choosing a culture of art that comes from a certain part of the world, okay, or historical culture. So we've got lots of examples on the next couple of pages for you to choose from. You do not have to pick one that's on this page, on these pages. These are just examples for you. You can pick something much more unique or elaborate if you wish. Okay, if you've got one in your mind that you would like to do, you absolutely can do that. It's totally up to you. These are just some examples to get you thinking about different types of cultural art and what cultural art looks like. So on this page, these artists are all from different cultures and present work in different ways, representing some of the stylistic elements of their cultures. So if you would like to look at a particular artist who makes work that references their culture, you can do that too. Again, there are only 6 artists on this page. There are hundreds of artists that you could choose from. If there's somebody in your mind that you'd like to do, you absolutely can. Okay. So once you have chosen your culture and you have created your research page on that culture, you've collected lots of pictures, you know what the style of their artwork looks like, you know what colours they use, you know what materials they use, and you've got a bit of knowledge behind that. We want you to pick one of the following options to make a unique artwork based on that culture or cultural artist. Okay. So a body adornment is something that can be worn on your body. So the first option is to create a body adornment or tribal jewellery. Okay, design and make your own tribal style body adornment. You can decide how you make this. Just the pictures just provide some ideas. Now, in the past, we've had clothing as opposed to more jewellery, which is also fine. Really just let your imagination go and don't think about having to make it in metal or something. You can make cardboard versions. You can use the materials that you've got at hand. Start to use some recycled bits and reuse things that you have at home. Don't have to use anything precious to make lovely interesting objects. Your second option is to create a cultural pattern and make it in a cardboard relief. So that's where you layer cardboard, different shapes of cardboard on top of each other, where some are higher and lower than the others to make an image. Okay. Or you could work on fabric to make a fabric decoration. So if you have an old pillowcase or an old cushion cover, you could decorate that, and you can use any materials to do this that works. So if you're doing cardboard relief, that's obviously just use some cardboard. If you're doing something on fabric, you can draw, you can paint, you can sew into the design. Choose something to do that you're going to enjoy. Okay. So this is just about making some kind of abstract pattern. So an abstract means something that doesn't look like anything that we recognise. So what it might be is a picture made up of lots of shapes. So your final option is to design your own cultural flag or poster design to celebrate a chosen culture. So this is not where you're just remaking the flag that already exists or drawing it out, the one that already exists for that country or culture. It's where you're collecting some of your ideas, some of your research, and creating a new flag or some kind of poster that represents a place or the culture. Something that you like to share with people, like what it's about, okay, or something that might encourage them to want to visit or know more. Okay, so this is for the graphic people among you, so people who might like to use the computer potentially or photography. So it might be based on somewhere you have been on holiday potentially at one time or another, and you might be able to use your own photographs to create a digital poster or to add into a flag design. Okay, again, you can make this as big as you like, as small as you like, not tiny. Obviously, if it's a flag, it needs to be big enough. It can be created in any materials. It is a bit of a graphics project, but it could be something that's sewn if you want it to be, like a collage. Absolutely anything goes. This page is just showing you some examples of some of the different final outcomes that we've had. So we've had some jewellery using origami, some different flag designs, some sort of collage flag type items, masks. We've had some headdresses. We've had lots and lots of jewellery in the past that's been made, and things to wear, like headdresses, like tiara type things. All sorts of different things. So just choose something that you're going to enjoy making. Okay, so this is the bit that you need to take note of. You have got 6 weeks, you've got a little bit longer I think, including the holidays, to complete this task. You can get your family and friends involved in helping you if you want to or need to. You must remember that you have been given a number of weeks to do this, so it must look as if it has taken you some time. You should spend 1 hour per week on this, or the equivalent of 1 hour per week on this, until it is due in. You will be asked to upload a picture of your project or the first task once for a progress check. So you've been asked to upload your, send in your cultural research page, so you need to photograph that and email it or upload it to Teams for your teacher. If you don't, you will receive an H code, so remember to upload a picture of your work to the deadline set. For the final deadline, you'll need to upload a picture of your work onto Teams. So you might want to take multiple pictures because we can't see it all in one. Okay, so don't just take one. Make sure it's a good quality picture. If we need more pictures, I'd take more pictures. That's totally fine. So that we can assess your work as best we can. You will receive your postcard. You will receive your feedback on a postcard, and your teacher will add your rewards to class charts. If you miss the deadline, you will receive an H code. Okay. Absolutely, at any time, if you need some help or advice with this, you must contact your teacher. Okay, with any element of your home learning project, even if it's just to discuss your ideas or your materials or how you could make something alternatively with something that you've got at home, contact your teacher either via Teams or via email.